Bad boys, bad boys. What you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you?
You don't know all the words either. Yeah, see, you don't know the words either, so what's going on, y'all? We're the Cinefanatics. My name's Robert Adams.
I am Chris Adams.
And today we have come to you with a review for...
Where'd she come from?
I don't know.
Oh,
Got her on my way up.
interesting.
Anyways, yeah, so we're here today with a review for Bad Boys for Life. This will be the third Bad Boys movie. And, wow. I don't know if any other franchise has stretched out their, sequels, their installments this far out as the Bad Boys franchise has.
I don't know. Maybe in another 15 to 20 years we'll get another Incredibles.
Yeah, possibly. I mean, good point. This has been long awaited, and we finally got one. So, also, we're going to let you know at the top of this video, there will not be any spoilers for this. This is a completely spoiler-free video. We're not going to go into talking about spoilers at the end like we kind of sort of do in a lot of our videos. So, don't worry about it. Entire video spoiler-free.
No really deep plot details here.
Yeah. So, what'd you think of the movie?
Honestly, and some people in the comments might not like this opinion, Rough Top is my favorite of the three. And obviously I understand that Bad Boys 2 is like the universally praised outing in the Bad Boys franchise so far. But I really had a lot more fun with this one than I did either one of the other two.
Yeah, see...
and that's not saying that I didn't like the other two. I'm just saying this is my favorite of the three.
Yeah, see, I'm going to represent the general public for the most part and tell you, Bad Boys 2 was the best one of the three. I loved Bad Boys 2, and I don't think this one was better than Bad Boys 2. But
here's the thing, I get it, I understand, and that's a completely valid opinion. I personally had more fun with the third one, so absolutely, here's the thing, Rob Top, if you liked Bad Boys 2, you're going to like this one, but you probably won't like it better than Bad Boys 2.
Yeah, possibly.
That being said, I did like Bad Boys 2, and I like this one better. So, the world is crazy, and everyone in it is crazy.
Yeah, so this movie dealt with a lot of, it's still Marcus and Mike, they're still cops after 25 years of being cops, and then something pops up from essentially Mike's past that is causing them to go on to another...
Pops up?
No,
no
more
that.
popping up,
Okay,
yeah, no.
That. Okay.
That causes them to go on one more zany Miami PD detective
A
case.
wild and crazy time.
Yeah, which at this point I'm starting to expect that, I would like it if they happen to be flying down the road and at some point they pass Dom and his Fast and Furious crew. That would be hilarious.
That's the way this movie starts out. It starts out hitting you right in the face with a high-speed chase of sorts, or at least what it feels like is a high-speed chase of sorts. And it feels right at home in a Fast and Furious movie. Like you said, I expect anyone from the family to kind of pop up here. But that's the thing, it's just how they infuse the action with the comedy that you come to know in a Bad Boys movie. Mm-hmm. It's back to that formula again.
It's not too dissimilar from the formula of the Fast and Furious movies at this point.
And it fits right at home with Bad Boys 1 and 2.
Mainly because you also have the presence of family. Mm-hmm. Martin Lawrence and Will Smith have been doing this for a very long time. The first Bad Boys movie came out in 1995.
Yeah.
So they've been doing this for a while. So they have that family quality that you see in their characters and in their actings. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, that's the focal forefront of the Fast and Furious movies.
Brothers to the end.
Yeah, so that made this a very good, very entertaining movie, and I'll never complain about seeing the two of them on screen.
No, of course not. It is that chemistry that really brings you through this entire thing all the way through. It's that chemistry that you've come to know and love from the first film, the second film. And now you're in a situation where they are much older. It's been some time since the last one, so they are now looking at the actual proper age for retirement. And so, what shenanigans are they getting into essentially while they're at that age? It really drives home a lot of the deeper thoughts of, maybe we can't keep doing this. Maybe we're not as bulletproof as they bring up. Maybe we're not as bulletproof as we thought. Mm-hmm. We're getting older. This stuff isn't gonna. We're getting too old for this crap.
That's Riggs and Murtaugh. That's another buddy cop comedy.
But it works.
Yeah.
So I mean that's the thing. Now they are also bringing in some new blood with this movie too in the
Ammo Squad.
The Ammo Squad, which is a squad full of young guns who kick some serious patootie in this movie. Yeah, that's right. I just used that harsh word. Come at me, Coppa. Full with like Vanessa Hudgens and some other people. And they were fun. I don't want to use the term I'm thinking.
They were fun.
They were putting something to the wall. Let's just put it that way.
Yeah. Things to the wall.
Come at me, Coppa.
Yeah. They were a fun addition to this movie franchise.
Yeah.
And for the most part, I think they fit in pretty well. One thing that we have that's gone in this installment, unfortunately, is we didn't have the Hispanic duo cops that are like bashing heads with them. You had a pair in the first movie, then you had a completely different pair in the second movie. But like they still both fit the same exact role. We didn't have that in this movie, which was which I felt was kind of needed and great. But I think Ammo kind of helped with a little bit of that as well.
Yeah, because there's at least one of the members of Ammo who is butting heads with at least Mike the entire way through.
Yeah.
So I mean, you had that.
The other like familiar returning face that I liked in this was Joe Pantoliano as Captain Howard.
Joey Pants.
Joey Pants is back, and I'm really surprised, given his character and the nature of his character, that he just hasn't had a heart attack by now.
Oh yeah,
because he is always on the edge of just like
yeah, like he's gonna pop an aneurysm.
Aneurysm popping in the brain, he just keels over.
He's got a pretty significant role in this movie, a really good one. I actually really enjoyed him in this one.
Yeah, he does. I like Joe Pantoliano. Everything he's in, I absolutely love.
Yeah.
The Fugitive, U.S. Marshals,
Daredevil.
Cypher, Daredevil, Cypher from Matrix.
Yep.
I love his roles. Goonies. That was pretty much like most of like the returning faces. I don't want to dive into too much more because this is spoilery, but there is a decent amount of fan service in this movie that I think was done very well. Sometimes you see fan service played out in long franchise movies like this, and your eyes just roll, and you're like, okay. This one was actually really good.
Yeah, so the great thing is that you have a situation where Michael Bay directed the first two movies, but he didn't direct this one. But it's kind of seamless. Like it didn't quite feel like it was apart from the other two, because they utilized a lot of his same like camera motions. They utilized some of his same, like the way he sets up scenes and everything. They really just gave a solid nod to Michael Bay.
And one thing I will point out, that being said, is also remember that, again, the first one came out in 95.
Yeah.
The second one came out in 03. So there was a huge time difference there that Michael Bay had really progressed and really like honed in on some of like what we know him from. The explosions were bigger, they're badder, they're louder. Everything's just way more over the top. So yeah, I mean, we saw Michael Bay's progression just between the first two movies. And yes, Michael Bay doesn't direct this one, but he still kind of has a hand in it, in the making of this movie. So,
yeah,
I mean, you can feel the presence of Michael Bay on this.
For sure. I mean, everything said and done, I really enjoyed it. Like, here's the thing, and I'm going to come at this from the, I'm not going to say from the family-friendly side, because don't take your family to see a Bad Boys movie.
Yeah.
Seriously. It is not as violent, I think, as the second one. Maybe more along the lines of like the first one was, but it definitely seemed a lot more kosher in terms of violence for a wider audience. But that being said, still don't take your family to see a Bad Boys movie.
No, and I don't think.
I mean, you can parent any way you want. I'm not going to judge you.
Yeah,
but I'm going to judge you.
I didn't think anyone like clicked on our review go, hey, can I take my kids to see Bad Boys? Maybe these two gents will answer that question.
Sure, go ahead. Be my guest.
Yeah, just don't blame us when...
when you make a bad decision. It's the same as always. It's just a wild, good time. Trying to find anything like I really didn't disliked about it. There wasn't too much there. I mean,
I thought the story kind of was overdrawn in some parts. You're kind of needing to, like, I wanted it to hurry up and get to some kind of a point. And it took a while for, like, really a lot of, like, what was pushing the villains in this movie, what was pushing them. It took a long time for us to find out really what was their driving force.
Yeah, so maybe they could have, I think, if I'm going to point out one thing, maybe they could have shaved off a little bit of the runtime and kind of sped up a bit. But, I mean, you have Bad Boys 2, which ran for definitely over 2 hours, almost 2.5 hours, so...
But that one I feel like kept your attention focused the whole time. There was plot points that were still going. There were essentially like vignette jokes in there with them, like at the morgue and Marcus accidentally ingesting the ecstasy and stuff like that. Those little parts all added up to making the whole movie pretty seamless. But that was, again, going back to how Michael Bay directs. If you watch not only Bad Boys or even the first Bad Boys, any other Michael Bay movies, they do kind of seem like they have these like little vignette type pieces that just come together while the main storyline still just chugs along.
Like the movie could be broken down episodically.
Almost, yeah.
And this one definitely had a little bit of that here and there. Not as much as Michael Bay would have probably normally done for a Bad Boys 3, but it still had a little bit there. And that goes back to, playing with the pacing of a Michael Bay movie, the fan service that you would get from the Michael Bay movies. Either way, I had a really good time with it. I enjoyed it. Maybe the runtime could have been shaved off a little bit. As I said, that's kind of where I stand on this. You want to go ahead and rate it now, or you got anything else?
Yeah, I think that pretty much covers it. Humor was good, acting was good. It was great to see Will Smith, Martin Lawrence back in the saddle, so to speak, for another Bad Boys movie.
The driver's seat.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna give this one. I'll call this one a solid 7 out of 10, with 10 being the highest.
Yeah, and so I would give it probably like a 7.5 myself.
Yeah, I mean that's roughly this. This was a good movie. It was a good popcorn flick. I will enjoy watching this again when I decide, you know what, I haven't watched the Bad Boys franchise in a while. Start back over at 1, go through 2, and now I've got 3 to add to it. So I'm eager for that because I'm always disappointed at the end of 2. I'm out of Bad Boys.
Yeah, and maybe not. We get some more Bad Boys in the future. Who knows?
Possibly.
It could be a possibility. I don't know.
Maybe.
Let's make sure you get to the theater. Show that box office some love, and maybe we get a Bad Boys 4 Life. Nope, they already named it.
Yeah.
For Life.
Well. Okay. Well, they're not clicking on this channel to see us name a sequel. They're clicking to hear our review. That was our review
Bad Boys Electric
of it.
Boogaloo.
Oh, jeez. That was our review for this movie. What did you think of this movie? Let us know your thoughts, feelings, and opinions down in the comments. Did you like this review? Also, let us know your thoughts, feelings, and opinions of us down in the comments. That would be fantastic to do. Make sure you follow the Cinefanatics on Twitter, on Instagram. We are at Cinefanatics MLP. You can follow me, Robert Adams MLP, Twitter, Instagram, and Letterboxd. You can follow him, Chris Adams MLP, Twitter, Instagram.
Soon to be Letterboxd.
Soon to be Letterboxd.
I mean, you can follow me right now. There's nothing there.
Yeah, pretty much. Make sure you follow us on Facebook. We are facebook.com/group/Cinefanatics. And make sure you subscribe to this channel. Hit that like button, hit the subscribe button down below, or there's also the subscribe button right up there above his head. Over here off to the side are a couple other videos that we have made. And as always,
please subscribe so we can ride together and
review together.
Sure.
Later.
See ya. I guess die together is too harsh for our channel, isn't it?
Yeah, we're not ready to die yet. We just recently crossed 1,000 subscribers. Let's stretch this out a bit.